Let's do this. Hey, assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to today's Bitcoin update for Saturday, 26th of February. And if you're not in the Discord, join me into the Discord, man. Do not disappoint me by not joining the Discord. It's free. Damn it, it's actually free, man. And we have so many different channels: Bitcoin, Sol, VeChain, TLM Sand, you name it, and the information is priceless out there. So this is gonna be another awesome update for Bitcoin, because there's a lot of things that is packed in this update, and we're gonna do technical analysis 101. And I want to see if March we're gonna start to jump to $50,000, because what Bitcoin really did is very bullish. Simple put, I'm not even trying to say that I'm a bull boy again, because we never actually went to the bear market, to be honest with you. I don't know why people say that this red candles is a bear market. It's not a bear market. Yes, it's a nasty loss of value in money, like 60, 70, 80% of altcoins, but it's still not a bear market. The structure is still bullish. We haven't go there, but when are we gonna go there? Get to know it in this video. Now, by the way, the first thing that I want to talk about basically is I'm gonna dive into the daily time frame here, and what I want to talk about is everything that I just noticed about the charts as well. So first of all is the Elliott wave theory, number one thing, right? So first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, right? And I talked about the Elliott wave theory, which has not been invalidated just yet. It's still in play, it's still alive, it is still there, and it's kicking. Okay, it's making the effect into the market. And this was your A, the B, and potentially you're gonna go for the C correction, taking you to the 56. And that's the reason why I'm saying maybe 50,000 plus, right? I don't know if it's 56, 54, 52, but 50 plus. That's what I'm expecting for Bitcoin at this point of time. So that's the Elliott wave theory, right? And we are potentially in another different direction, making fifth wave of it. So this is 1, 2, potentially the third, fourth, and then the sixth to go to the 70Ks. Who knows? But at least for now, this is an ABC correction which has not been invalidated. Now I like to do confirmation. What is confirmation is that there are two confirmations at this very point of time as we speak. Number one, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count of the Elliott wave theory. The second thing that is confirmed, and which is so bullish, which actually caught my attention here, is, understand this. Let me remove this drawing out there, right? So let me actually clear all the drawings, right? All the rubbish. Now this is a very clear chart pattern right now. I just want you to understand one thing. It's a very simple trend line trading technique, right? So here we are with the trend line, and I'm gonna show you the trend line trading until you understand why I'm saying it's so bullish. So here we are, and look, what you just did, what you really did is nothing else than a break of a downtrend for the very first time ever since 9th of November. You broke out of a downtrend, you went back to retest it, nothing else. Very simple trend line trading technique right there, and you bounced off it and you went to the upside. That's the only thing I see, and that's really bullish. And if you go to the line where it's more way visible, look what you did, right? So let's draw the line. Let's remove the noise of the candles, and let's just bring in the line, because the line are way more filtered. And look at that. This is just a breakout, and this is known as bullish breakouts, by the way, right? So you broke out of a downtrend, you back tested it, boom, you're moving to the upside, nothing else. And then the Elliott wave theory and the ABC correction. So potentially we're looking for the C correction. And why not? The market is extremely fearful right now. Let's go to the Google. Where's the Google? I love to do Google, guys. So here we are with the Google, and fear and greed index for Bitcoin. Let's go to this one right now, and let's see what's up with the Bitcoin right now. And look at this. It's already fear right at this point of time. Last week it was extreme fear. So right now this is bullish in itself. It is bullish in itself. Now what about the Russian versus the Ukrainian war? In my opinion, the Russian versus the Ukrainian war news has already been observed. Okay, this is where the news came in, this is where the news might be exiting right now. Okay, so maybe that news has played out completely, and just like a sponge, Bitcoin has already played the bad news part of it, because there is some few good news kicking in for Ukraine, that Russian and Ukraine, they're coming into an agreement or something. I don't know what they're trying to do, but anyway, there are some good terms that they're trying to settle to. Sooner or later, you're gonna find a good news, and then boom, you went to the 50K. Hey, it's because the Russian agreed that they're not gonna have a war. It's because the Ukrainian agreed that they're not gonna put a bomb on Russians, country. But the thing is, it was always on the chart, okay? It was always on the chart. This is nothing else than an A, the B, and a C correction of that thing, okay? But what you understand is that, oh, bad news there, good news here, and that's why it went up. But for me, it's just simple logic and simple chart reading. And by the way, whatever news comes later, first of all, you have big hints on the chart. So your big hint right now is you broke out of it, you back tested it, you're making the A, the B. Is the C correction going to play out? And for the C correction to be invalidated, to be end, I'm going to tell you, break 32,900. That's it. You're not going to go for that fifth way, for that C correction right there. You're not going to go there, because once you break this level, you are invalidating everything. You are going to invalidate this B correction, because if this was your starting point for the A correction, and you come down to take out the starting point itself, then you have invalidated that wave theory. So you didn't do that. You didn't do that. The C is still in play. That's what I'm saying. This is a very bullish, strong move. Number three reason why I still think that this is a very bullish move right now. I'm on the daily time frame here. And do you remember some couple of days ago, I told you about Fibonacci trading, the fib level? I always do this, and we cannot even stay without fibs, by the way. So here we are. Let's take the bottom and let's take the top for the corrective wave. Now, every single target that I predicted, they met. Okay, like when we were up here on the 40, I do have a video. You were up here on the 40,000. I was giving you the calls for the 37,000, and then after that I gave you the call for the 35,000. Everything played out perfectly. But then there was one thing that I said: there's a rule when it comes to Fibonacci retracements, and that is the golden ratio. You lose the golden ratio, then you're putting yourself to actually go to the 1.618, right? But I noticed something, and I noticed something because previously, when I was on the 4 hour time frame, let me give you the difference here. When I was on the 4 hour time frame, it was showing that Bitcoin is already closing below the golden ratio, right? So understand this. The time frames really matter. The higher, the better. Okay, like the daily is better than the 4 hour. 1 week is better than the daily. So the higher time frames are really super important, and the 4 hour is better than the 1 hour time frame. It gives you more less noise. So what I saw is, Bitcoin, it came down and it closed below the golden ratio on the smaller time frames. Of course, look at the 0.618. It did close below it. But one thing I just noticed later is that when I dived into the daily, and the daily is a very good time frame to actually trade, I really recommend you guys to always look at the daily, is that you never lost the golden ratio. You never lost it. So you are still maintaining that structure to still go to the upside. You are not in a threat anymore to come down to the 1.618, because that's confirmed, by the way. And all you're doing is you crossed this 0.5, and look where you hit your head, 0.382. Just fib trading, right? Exactly, right on the money. This is where you hit your head. And why did you go to $40,000? I wanted to bring a critical update yesterday, but I couldn't. And I'm going to tell you why. Remember that descending broadening wedge? That's what's playing out. Simple. So here we are. This is the descending broadening wedge. I made this the video a couple of days ago. Here we are. And I used to tell you, watch out for a fake out. And it's unfortunately that at times I didn't do it. So here we are with this. So you went boom, just like that. Boom, just like this. And this is a very bullish pattern, and its technical target actually comes near this place 40,700, or you might even say that you've already met the technical target. So you broke out of it and you went back to where you formed that wedge at the starting point. Simple. So that chart pattern is already played out. Now what is next? What is next? I'm really waiting for this Bitcoin to actually go to the upside. So let's bring the fib retracements now from the top to the bottom to predict where it's going to go to the upside, because when I was predicting to go to the downside, I took the bottom to the top. So here we are. I'm going to lay the fib. Once again, let me remove the descending broadening wedge right now. And here we are. We are actually hitting our head at the 0.5 at this point of time, right? So this is 0.5. This is where you're hitting your head. And what I want to see right now for Bitcoin is come up, hold the $41,000. And once you hold the $41,000 like a boss, this is where I'm expecting the C correction to go. And that is going to be 54,690. That's where I'm expecting Bitcoin to go for the C correction, right? So these are all bullish patterns that I'm talking about, provided if Bitcoin can hold its level above 42k and 41k. I'm not saying it's gonna go right now. First of all, this condition has to be met. Hold the 42, 41k, and then boom, right? That's what you want to see first. This hasn't happened. That's not a confirmation, and at least for this point of time, this has to be seen. It is pending. All right. Another reason to be bullish is on the weekly. Right? We still have 1 day, 22 hours to actually close this weekly candlestick. And what you're putting in right now is a candle called Dragonfly, right? So here we are, and I already googled this one for you. So the Dragonfly, it sort of looks like a T, right? A very long, short shadow in the bottom, and then a very small shadow at the top, and then a T, just like that. And that's how they look like. But this one is not even, it's not even a dragonfly anymore. This looks like a pin bar, a bullish pin bar. And I'm going to show you, this one was a bearish pin bar. This one right here was a bearish pin bar. This is a bullish pin bar. When we saw that bearish pin bar, hence we got the red candle right there. And now that you're having a bullish pin bar, this means that a reversal is about to happen. Understand this, there are two concepts. One is the reversal, and one is not as a continuation. Continuation means that the market is going to continue to go down, or it's going to continue to move to the upside. But after a downtrend, when you see a pin bar, look, it happened here. Look what happened. You went to the upside, okay? It happened right there. You still went to the upside. And there's one more thing that I want to talk about. This morning star that formed after the downtrend, and I talked about this one in previous videos as well, is still in play. The only way to invalidate this morning star on the weekly is when you come down and take this low of 32,000 or 33,000. If you start to close at this level, you start to take that low, you've already invalidated two things: the B correction and the morning star. Simple put. So now we're still making a lower low and a higher low. That's still an uptrend, a mini uptrend, but still an uptrend nonetheless. You're making a very small progress to go to the upside, right? And the Vanguard, right? I've been looking at the Vanguard, which is the stock market's chart right now, and look at this. This one is also making that pin bar potentially on the weekly, and it seems like from here, if it starts to pick up, you're going to see Bitcoin actually rallying to the upside. This is bullish. Its charts, it's looking quite bullish right now on the weekly, and this is going to affect Bitcoin as well. You're going to see Bitcoin actually moving to the upside. So this is a very good indicator. If you guys don't know how to trade, go to VUG and always look at this chart. If it starts to dump, understand Bitcoin is going to dump as well, right? So that's a cheat sheet. Trust me. Go and observe this for a little bit. You're going to understand it by default. All right, so let's go back into the Bitcoin chart once again, and this is the bullish part of it. I'm going to tell you the bearish part of it. One more thing about the bullish part of it is I'm going to tell you on the monthly there are two more things. This is going to be a long video. I want you to enjoy this. I want you to learn these things, right? So here we are, and right now let's talk about the 20 EMA, right? We are still above the 20 EMA. You didn't close below the 20. You never ever closed below the 20 EMA. Simple put, and that's a fact, at least for now. And we still have 2 more days, or 1 day more, to close February, to actually finish February. And when you close with this candlestick, you're gonna make something known as an inverted hammer. And when it appears on a downtrend, that means a reversal is about to happen. And I've already told you what a reversal is. So let's talk about inverted hammer, right? So here we are, and this is an inverted hammer. This is how they look like, and when you see it in a downtrend, something like this, and there's various options right there. You can see sometimes it can be green, something like this, like the 60% you see here, this 60%. You're making something like this for Bitcoin here. Do you see that? That one right there and this one right here, they match, and that's bullish. On the monthly, it means March we're gonna start to go to the upside and not to go to the downside. Understand that? So what is my take about it? What is my take about this? We're gonna see something called as a bottom ladder. I'm gonna tell you this: bullish bottom ladder. Yeah, bullish ladder bottom, whatever this is. And this is what I'm expecting out of it. Something like this, okay? Where you have a 3 black crows, an inverted hammer, and on March you go for a green candle, a big green candle. This is what I'm expecting, that March you start to push to the upside. So you have the 3 black crows, 1, 2, 3. Even though this is a continuation pattern to actually go to the downside, due to this inverted hammer, and if it's a big question, if next month you go up like this to the $54,000 as I'm predicting, because the C wave, it was about to happen, it's gonna take you where? To the $54,000. And if the $54,000 happen, then what are you making? This kind of scenario. Do you see that? It's matching, everything is clicking right now. You're gonna make this scenario, and this is bullish. If you don't trust me, one formed on the 4-hour time frame, and that's a cheat sheet for you. Let me show you this one, right? Let me go back to the Bitcoin chart here, and let me dive into the 4-hour time frame right there, and I'm gonna show you where this formed, and Bitcoin actually went to the upside. That was formed somewhere here. Here we are. This is where it formed. I'm gonna show you candlestick that I'm talking about. So this was your first red candle, this was your second red candle, that's your third red candle, an inverted hammer, and then what did you do? Boom. And what happened after that? You made a nice good continuation to the upside. Do you see that? You went from there to there, like you pumped literally for 4%, you went to the upside. So understand this, that's a very bullish sign, and this was on 4-hour time frame. It's about to happen on the monthly, and if it happens on the monthly, it means that 4, 5, 6 months, maybe by until the end of year, you are gonna remain bullish. Understand that? So let's hope that that one does work out. If we can make it, it's a big question if we make it. Now, since this is the bullish part of it, because we haven't lost the structure of the bullish thing, and the market can happen anything, I want to burst your bubble, and I still want to tell you every single possible scenario. And the bear side of it that I noticed until now for Bitcoin, one thing is confirmed for the bears, and that is a threat to go to the $19,000. I'm going to tell you why $19,000 is in play. It is in play. And for that one, I'm going to bring in the Binance chart. All right, so the Binance chart here, because I didn't find it very useful into the trading view, so I'm gonna go into the daily, and let me open up the daily time frame here. And I was actually noticing this for myself, and I pointed out about a head and shoulder a couple of months ago, and I'm gonna show you if you zoom out of everything right here before I end the video. So here we are. This was your left shoulder, this was your head, this was your right shoulder. Understand that? And this was an ascending head and shoulder. You can see this line is a neckline that broke out. All you did is you broke out of things, you broke out of it, you went back for the retest of the neckline. Do you see that? You are still below the neckline. It's really important for Bitcoin to maintain back its bullish structure. When you cross this neckline and you go, if you really go to the 54K, look, you are breaking the neckline and you back test this area and then you move up. So if you do that, you are going to be making a W and a double bottom, which looks like this. Boom, 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 boom. Now this is going to look way more better if I actually dive into the 3-day charts, and this is important to you have to watch and pay attention to all different time frame. If you look at the 3-day, you made a double bottom, first bottom, second bottom. On the weekly, you had a morning star. You are making progress to go back to the upside. Now the question still remains is that, are you gonna go and cross 46,000, back test, go to the 50k, back test the 46, and then you go up, and the technical target is gonna be this. Boom, boom. From there to there, that's gonna be like up to $57,000. Okay, if you start to break out of that double bottom on the 3 days, it's gonna take you to $57,000. But there's a big question mark, really big question mark right now. Is Bitcoin gonna go to 50 plus? Because if it does that, you are not gonna come down to the 18k. But I'm gonna tell you, this is still in play. Don't ignore this. It's a head and shoulder by the end of the day. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. You broke out of it. You went to the neckline. You got rejected at the neckline. All right. So anything can happen, that you still fail at the 42, 43, 44, and then you start to dump, and then you go up, and then you start to dump, and then you go up, and then you start to dump, and you continue with the downtrend until 15th of June or July, that you go to that particular price target of 18k. You are below the neckline. And for us to invalidate this neckline, you want to break it, but you can. The good news is you can break it. If you start to get so bullish, if the buyers step in, you're going to break the neckline. You're going to invalidate this. And remember, there's a wick down there. Do you see this wick? Actually, the reason why I opened up the Binance chart is to show you the Bitcoin to TUSD, because USDT doesn't have this wick. And I saw this wick down there. Do you see that wick? This is something that can be filled, and Bitcoin love to fill wicks. And if you actually see this, it takes you below the wick. So it makes sense. There is a threat. There's a possibility. We're not out of the woods yet. Don't get me wrong. In order for us to actually start to really be bullish, I've already told you, break the neckline. Simple. But there's one more good news. One more good news. That even if 18,000 comes, I don't care. There's one more wick to show you. And oh no, I don't know if we're gonna see it. Yes, this is on the monthly. This is the wick that I want to show you on the monthly. We have 82,000k this wick right there. One day Bitcoin is going to $82,000, and we're going to be filling that wick potentially, hopefully, based on the charts. Okay, it's possible down the road, who knows. My pick is this year. Okay, in 2022 we're gonna go up to fill the wick of that place, but before that you might fill the wick down here. And that's why I say, do not sleep on Bitcoin. Even if it ever dumps, this is just an investing opportunity. And look, if it ever goes down, I will be so happy, because I love the bear market, and that's where people have become millionaire. And from there to there, that's gonna be 348%. So think how much the altcoins are gonna move to the upside. So yep, if you really enjoyed this video, I do hope I'm gonna gain you subscribe just a little bit and your like for this video. So it would mean a lot if you like the video, for YouTube algorithm to push this content to other people as well. If you don't like them, YouTube says I'm not gonna push it, I'm not gonna take it to the other people as well. So that's it for this update, the longest one until now on the channel. And join the Discord, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.